Yeah, what of it?
Fuck off! Oh, Jesus Christ. Welcome everyone back to the Whatever Podcast, the greatest show with the three dumbest people on the internet. We're bringing you absolute stupid stuff from every single corner. What will it be today? Would it be the fact that now that we have aliens being brought out in front of Senate, or will it be the fact that someone shot themselves on an airline and had to then get turned around? We don't know. You don't know. But let's find out together. This is the Whatever Podcast.
That was great. I enjoyed that. That was very nice.
And you only said the word absolute once, which is very impressive.
That's
Normally,
absolutely fantastic.
we say absolute a lot.
Let's just absolutely end it there.
Maybe we're just alcoholics and really love absolute vodka.
Maybe.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Of course you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. How was the wine
Okay.
last night?
Right, it was a work meeting. I wasn't sat at home crying, just drinking wine.
No, you were sat in a work meeting drinking wine.
Yeah, no. So just to clarify, right?
Uh-huh.
I've been having reservations about this up and coming meeting that was yesterday. They were like, "Oh, it's a culture meeting. We've grown as a company. We're gonna have a culture meeting to talk about what we're gonna be like a business. Let's get some power words in there. Let's understand each other." X,
Power
Y, Z.
words.
What's what I'm looking for? You know, like you make an acronym, and you're like, "That's what we live by now."
Yeah.
And
Right.
they brought in this specialist to talk to us, and I was a bit hesitant, and I've also be careful what I say because I did get drunk and then tell like the MD and a few other high stakes people in the business that the podcast exists, and where to find it. So you know, I'm out there in the field, just letting people know.
Spreading the good word.
That's it.
Knocking on doors. Have you heard about the Yeah What Of It podcast? I mean, people slam the door in your
You heard
face.
about our Lord and Saviour, the
What
What
of
of It
It?
Podcast.
I identify as a Yaoi boy.
A Yaoi boy, a Yowie boy.
I've what's the word? I've been misusing the Vodafone door-to-door team just to talk about our podcast.
You'd be like, here's the new script they want you to say, but this doesn't actually mention the word Vodafone once. Yeah, just new experimental script. Just go with that.
Yeah, we switched out Vodafone for this new power word, which is Yaoi. Don't question
Yaoi.
it. Just say it, and people love it. People love it.
That's it.
Don't
So
worry.
either way, I attend this seminar, and to be fair, in defence of the specialist man, there were some really interesting parts, figuring out how to talk, and I was actually buying into a lot of what they said. I was like, that's really good, and I'm trying to be really self-reflective, and you know, these things always work best when you buy into them. So that's what I went in with the headspace of.
Like a cult.
Like a cult, you know, if you think that it's going to work and you pay attention, you listen with earnest, then you'll take a lot from these sort of seminars. And I'm being zen and relaxed. But then at the other end of the table, the other end of this room, was about 3 people having 3 separate conversations that wouldn't shut the fuck up. And they're nice people. I like 2 of the 3. I like the majority of the people who are having these conversations, but I couldn't concentrate on being my best self, living my hashtag best life.
You
Live,
can't
laugh,
do that
love it.
hashtag inspirational reflective thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
While at the same time, all I can hear in the background is
It's like a Minecraft villagers back here.
It is because I can't fucking hear what they say either. I can hear in like one direction. As long as I'm like looking forwards and sort of staring at you, I should probably hear.
But yeah, but shouldn't be bothering you. That's me at work, right? I'm like an Alexa at work. Unless you explicitly say my name, you can talk to me and I won't hear a single fucking word you said. And it happens on the daily. Someone would just be like, they'll just start talking, and I'm just not paying attention because the activation word hasn't been said, and I'll just carry on doing whatever the fuck I was doing. Then they'll finish a sentence, and they'll be looking at me, and I'm just like, "What did you say again?"
You are that savage.
Because I heard nothing, bruv. Absolutely nothing. No, because I'm in the zone. I'm out here banging keys and fixing tickets.
Nah.
I ain't hearing what you're saying.
You gotta put headphones
That's-
on, because then
You sit
everyone knows. Everyone
Nah, I
knows
can't
you're
put
not listening.
headphones on because
Why?
then my fucking popply skank finger will start coming out, and I'll be rocking back and forth like Jake when he's in his autistic mode.
Sat at work looking like Harvey Price doing IT.
Literally, that's exactly what I look like. I look like fucking Harvey Price. 'Cause I put some bangers on. I was listening to some absolute bangers today. I was just listening to jazz. It was a jazz kind of mood today.
Yeah.
Sometimes when those saxophones come in, I was like,
It's good, isn't
I
it?
had that stank face on. Yeah, oh mate, I found an absolute tune today. I think I played it too many times. And then I was also listening to one of the songs from the regular show on repeat for a little while. I found an hour-long compilation. It was really good. I felt amazing.
I've been listening
You
to
can't tell people. Sorry, Harry, you go.
the channel Game Grumps on YouTube. There's another channel called Space Bear, and they do like remixes of Game Grumps, just like little songs they've done whilst playing the games and not really thinking about it. And they did one about a forklift simulator, and fuck me, is it catchy? Like for 2 weeks straight, I've just been like humming this fucking song about forklifts, looking like a complete fucking psychopath. But it's so good, and I cannot get. I went to bed the other night, woke up, just for no reason, but all I could think about was this forklift song, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know. I just wish I wasn't the way I am.
It's okay.
That used to be me and what's his name, the Yogscast, when they used to do all their songs.
Something in the Nether. What's that fucking song?
Oh yeah, the screw the Nether.
Screw the Nether. That's it.
No, what's the one I remember?
Diggy diggy hole.
That one's never been stuck in my head. Even
What
though
about the Sips one? You're a big girl.
You're a big. No, what's the other? No, sorry, it's the Christmas one. It was a carrot for a cock.
Sorry.
That's the name of this song. It was a carrot for a cock. And it was like, I slipped and I fell when I put it on. Stuck the veg where it didn't belong. I went for his face, but it hit below the waist, and now he's got a rude vegetable dong.
Oh my god,
He's
yeah.
got a carrot for a cock, and it gives you quite a shock. Oh, it's unexpected.
I found it.
When you see it in the flesh, so orange and so fresh. Looks like it's just been pulled from the ground. He's got a carrot for a cock, carrot for a cock.
There we go. What a love.
Lovely.
That one, or the one where they were delivering milk. It's fun to deliver MILK.
Yeah.
What
Right.
makes me sad is seeing how long ago that video came out and then feeling old.
Carrot for a Cock came out 8 years ago.
No, the Yogscast milk one.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna do a little. Hang on, I got funny YouTube. We're gonna do a little quiz for you now, Kian. Milk one. Do you remember what it was called?
It's just called milk, isn't it?
Okay. Yes, it's just called Milk. Guess how many years ago?
Yeah, I'm sure it came out before the Hey Yeah one. So I'd say older than 10 years. I'd say 10 or 11 years.
9. 9 years.
I don't believe that.
The Yeah one, 10 years.
Yeah, so it's older than that.
Screw the Never, 11 years.
Hold on. Are you sure? 9 years don't sound right.
Well, I typed in Yogscast Milk.
Who posted the video?
It's not the Yogscast.
Then it's not there. That's not the original. I know for a fact it came out. I know for a fact it came out before the. And I think to myself, and I'm all alone. Yeah, it came out before that.
Oh, yeah, here we go. There's another video here, 11 years ago. Sorry, my apologies. Diggy Diggy Hole, 9 years.
Oh, no, wrong. Because Diggy Diggy Hole would have been out.
No, that's the Yogscast.
Before.
Yogscast,
No.
9 years ago. Diggy Diggy Hole, 63 million views.
Yeah, but because they redone it again where they did the full orchestra one. But the original Diggy Diggy Hole was before the Hey Yeah ones. I think the actual Diggy Diggy Hole is like 12
Your
years ago.
memory is
13 years ago.
impeccable. I've just found it. 12 years ago.
That would have came out the same time as Tobuscus's I could swing my sword,
Mate,
my diamond
how
sword,
is your memory this fucking good?
Okay.
Right underneath it.
Minecraft nerd. I used to be a Minecraft nerd.
Mate, right underneath it, 93 million views 11 years ago to Busker, I can swing my sword.
I used to love
What
the
the fuck?
Yogscast. I absolutely love the Yogscast.
I was just a big fan of Sips.
Sips was very good. Sips and Simon
Yeah.
were my OG top two.
You know what? A podcast you two might like. It's called Simon's Peculiar Portions. And it's Simon and Lewis from the Yogscast. But they just look at news stories. They haven't done it in a couple of years. They did it for 3 seasons, and then Simon and Lewis are doing like different projects now. But it's not like they haven't said it's done for forever. It's just like done for now. But it's really good, and I would recommend everyone go listen to it because it's just fucking funny. That's all.
I have to give a mooch. I haven't watched the Yogscast in a while because their tastes stopped aligning with what I enjoyed.
Let me tell
I
you.
still follow them on everything.
So it's just GTA 5 videos and like Gmod TTT, but their views are not what they used to be.
Yeah, it is upsetting seeing that. Plus, I was like, oh yeah, it was a while ago. I was like, yeah, let me go back and watch something. I was like, I don't know who most of these people are. I recognized like Rythian and like a few of the old ones, but there was just a whole load of new names. I was like, don't know who any of you are. I feel lost now.
Yeah.
I feel like the comedy's not here.
A lot of them like left because of misconduct, is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that have left because of that. Yeah.
That's the world
Anyway.
coming to.
I think we need to discuss Loch Ness in review. Unless anyone's got anything majorly important that's happened the past week.
I got a speeding ticket from Loch Ness.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, is there a picture? Did you?
No, the Scottish police were like, yo, tell us who was driving your car on this day. And I was like, oh, shit, that was me. So, worst case scenario, I can't drive for a little while.
What do you mean
What do you
for a
mean
little
can't
while?
drive?
Well, I was going a little bit faster than I thought I was in a zone that I thought was a higher speed limit than it actually was.
What? I know where you're talking about. What was the speed limit?
Speed limit was 60.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 70.
Well, single carriage makes it 60.
No way was it single carriage.
Have you got any points already?
No, I should be fine.
Oh yeah,
You should be fine.
What are you talking about?
You can get 12. You can get 12 points.
The options they said, I had a look. The options they were like, we can either fine you this much money and you can do whatever it is, like so many points, or we can take your license. And I was like, cool, fun. And then my missus proceeded to go around telling everyone that I was going to lose my license.
Of course.
Walking around like a real bad man.
No,
Welcome to the club.
Madame Baffitis.
Talking to driving though, just quickie, I purchased Euro Truck Simulator 2. I am living my best life. Every police blockade doesn't stop me.
Doesn't it suck on a keyboard though?
Not really. It's fine. It's not like
It's tolerable.
it's tolerable. Yeah, it's not great with the keys and everything, but you know, you can just sort of plow through a police blockade and you don't get a ticket, which I find strange. But
I do the same thing in real life, mate.
oh yeah, they can't give you a ticket if they're dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course.
Anyway. Back to Loch Ness in review. I just had a really good time. That's all I've really got to
I
say.
wasn't
about it.
expecting the museum to be like that, to be honest.
Neither was I. I was between the 3 of us. I was a little bit let down.
Really, Harry?
I wasn't. Well, here's the
Wasn't let
thing.
down.
We spent 15. I felt a bit bad that made us go. 'Cause we spent 15 quid getting in, and it was cool. but I feel like I spent 15 quid just to have David Tennant tell me that I was a fucking Muppet. To be honest, I didn't expect to walk in and go, "The Loch Ness monster isn't real. Fuck you." I didn't expect that to be what it was for an hour.
He mentioned he's like, oh, Fae and other things. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's talking about all different folklore, and then he's like, but it's most likely a log.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
It's not what I expected, but I wasn't. I don't think I could have been disappointed because I wasn't expecting anything. It wasn't that. It kind of, they just didn't want to. It was kind of like when people say something but they don't want to take responsibility for what they're saying. They just give you all the options. It's kind of like that meme of like where they're just like holding their hand up. There's like, it might have been. It might have been. I'm not saying it is, but it might have been. That's what
Maybe.
You make your own
Maybe.
decision.
Whoop,
That's what the
maybe.
buttons at the end were for, making your decisions.
Okay,
But
so I feel like we've got to explain that to people listening. So you walk into a big room after you've done the whole like walk-through experience thing, and there's like 3 tables which each have 4 options, and the options are like, oh, I believe it was Nessie, I believe it was aliens, I believe it's bollocks, I believe maybe. And how many people do you reckon were on our little talk group? It must have been like
12 to 20.
12 to 20. And how many votes were there for bollocks? Just by itself?
Probably about 75.
like 30-something votes for bollocks.
Which doesn't. Those numbers don't really check out.
Someone kept slipping over and pressing the bollocks button, and I know I voted for log, and I think Harry, you voted for.
I voted for maybe.
Yeah. So, who knows? But which of the what of it was?
It was a legitimate election. We do not require a recount.
What I loved is there were people queuing, and one person would queue, press the button, and then Kid, you would have re-queued, pressed it again, and then someone different.
I just stood at the side.
Well, yeah, and then you'd step to the side,
back up again,
and then step back in and do it again.
And no one questioned me. They just kept watching me go round and round in a circle, pushing the bollocks button.
Just to clarify, though, our whole session of 20 people had 35 to 70 votes for bollocks. But overall, the people who visit that museum as a whole believe Nessie is the dinosaur. It's like the Nessie that we all think of. So either the staff at the end of the day are just bored.
They're rigging the elections.
Or there's lots of kids who are just missing. I don't know. Or maybe Nessie comes in at night and just fucking flippers it. Just like slap.
It's just like flops in like a massive wet seal just to go to that part and fucking whack it.
That's it. It sits through the whole thing because it'd be rude not to.
Another highlight for me was every morning when we woke up, Kia would look out the window and turn to me and Jake and go, boys, the water's gone. Where's the water gone?
Yeah, it's like playing peekaboo with us. The tide of the river was playing peekaboo. But it came up hella close. I want to see that. Yeah, but I want to see that place during like a hefty rainfall. How close can the water really come?
Probably a bit closer than it already was.
It was on stilts.
Yeah. But...
And everything did shake when you fell over in the shower.
Yeah, Kian, you silly git.
Don't try and put up.
Don't believe.
You fell over like a fucking old age pensioner.
And there are seats. There
Just
were
to
seats in the
clarify for our
shower.
listeners at home, in the shower there were 2 little seats. And
First off, weird.
Which was weird. It was a little bit weird.
We could have showered together. Someone could have stood and then the other 2 could have just sat. 2 people sat.
But...
It's economical, you know?
Either way, I had a shower. Harry had a shower. We all had a shower. Harry and then Kian turned to me and were like, "Oh, what seat did you sit in?" And they both sat in the same seat. And I lied and said I sat in the other seat, but I hadn't actually sat in a seat yet.
He's lying.
So what I decided to do was when I went for a shower next time would be to try the seat and, see what's going on. I don't know why the part where the bottom of the seat met the floor of the shower was rounded like a bowl as opposed to a right angle like corners are meant to be. But I sat down. I was like, this is boring. Just sat in a shower. Went to stand up. put my foot straight onto that thing. I almost put my foot through the shower door because it slipped forwards. I yanked my knee back and just fell straight back down in the shower.
Now,
This whole fucking place was rattling.
me and Kian were sat in the lounge. Gage, I think you were playing Starfield. We just sort of sat silently watching Starfield. I mean, the whole fucking caravan shook. And then there was silence. I think that was what was freaky and set us off. Because Kian, you looked at me and said nothing. But your eyes were like, oh my god.
I think he died.
Well, yeah, because then we both got up and we started to shower. Kian, you were like, you okay? You okay in there? Yeah, I just fell over in the shower.
What if he was unconscious, just laying there, like getting waterboarded by the fucking shower?
To be fair, the thickness of those
Unconscious, mouth
walls,
open.
even if you'd locked the door, I think we could have just run through the wall.
Oh, 100%. I could have ran through that wall. They had a sick old gaff there. I presume
It
they're
was
like
nice.
retired or something.
And
They're
they
just living the dream.
Yeah, just tied a little bit of income on the old Airbnb. Very nice.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, well, I left them a good review. And I told you boys that they thought we were on tour, didn't I?
Yeah, it's because I kept making them listen to my rapping at night. I would sneak out and just start rapping outside their windows,
Oh yeah.
so they knew that we were artists. Yeah.
I mean, you got to finish it off by just going, Jake.
Yay!
Oh yeah. So our lovely listeners, we have bought the most influential music album of the time. I don't know if Harry has any clips of it.
I have so many
Good.
clips of it.
But after our Loch Ness museum tour, we went to a little shop, and as you know, normally there's little magnets with your name on or cups with your name on. There were CDs with my name on, and they sang about your day. And it's like you get up and then get dressed and then like go to the park and then come back and go to sleep. But these were split into different songs where some weird northern lady would be like, "Wash your face, Jake."
Time to get the bus, Jake.
Which me and Harry thoroughly enjoyed. Kean, I think,
Not so much.
by song 2 or 3 had to step out.
But
There's
as
only
a-
like 8 songs.
I was done.
There's a part in the recording where I say to you guys, I'm like, oh, how many times do you think you have to listen to this to become insane? And like that, there's no wait. Kean just goes once.
It wasn't even
I
one,
bet-
it was halfway through. I was like,
I bet
"Alright,
you
yeah,
walked
I'm
out."
done. I'm done.
It was the rap. It was the hip
rap
hop
was
beats
good.
that I was down for.
The two more
You know what they
highlights.
say? Simple
minds.
things entertains simple minds.
Two more things. Number one, our a cappella in the car. I got some of that. That's in the recording, which is coming out tomorrow.
Why capella?
Tomorrow. You'll find
We
out.
reenacted the scenes from Step Brothers.
Did we?
Step Brothers?
I don't know. I thought we were just singing "Sweet Child of Mine."
No, so that's from Step Brothers.
Oh,
So if I'll send you the link now. But
Was I asleep for this?
no,
Where was
you were
I?
very
you were
much
the
awake.
bass.
And we also did another one
Oh,
bites
shit.
the dust.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
If I put Step BR into YouTube, Step Brothers singing scene is the first thing that comes up.
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
Do we have
You
some?
fuck off.
Oh my god. Do we have some news for this week?
Oh mate, I am well informed up to the nines.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that was pretty eager. Kean, are you equally as eager, or?
Kean's died.
Oh no, I was like, you know, when that sneeze is coming, you just like stood there with your mouth open like a retard.
I feel it
That was
coming.
me.
Right.
Oh,
Big news, Jake. Let's go.
Right, so Jake's got
go.
2.
Mm.
go on.
So as you can imagine,
Why?
at work today, after the office shenanigans, no one was really doing much work, and I was feeling very tired. So I thought, what better to do than educate myself for the podcast?
Mm.
So number one's just a quickie. The History Channel in America,
Love it.
they love to confirm aliens on a daily basis.
Ancient aliens.
Ancient Aliens, correct?
Fuck's sake.
Absolute banger.
And they've got some amazing statements. One that caught me off guard that I want to use in everyday life now. The bloke said, and I quote, he was like, "They spoke about this many, many years ago. Why would they write this down? If they wrote it down, it must be true."
I think I can see where you're going.
So, but by his logic, he was like, people were just saying shit, and this man's taking 100% of it as fact. So if we put him like 1,000 years into the future, Harry Potter's real, you know, anything. He was just like, oh yeah, they were on about this massive giants must be real. I'm like, not really. Anything could be real by that theory.
That logic, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find a really helpful picture. Oh, there we go, the Antarctic pyramids. I don't know if you've seen the Antarctic pyramids.
I have not seen the Antarctic pyramids.
I have, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's what flat earthers use as part of their argument.
Oh,
that
just
there's
the
an ice
wall
wall.
around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, chuck them in. Let's have
We
a
all
look.
know what we think of flat earthers.
Yeah.
Highly
Educated, respectable.
Yeah. Respectable sources. So I've just pinged the picture and I just snipped it from the old Webber-tunes. And as you can see here, it just looks like a pyramidic mountain, I would say. What made me chuckle was Ancient Aliens took this image, and they're like, oh, it's each side is 22 kilometers long, and it makes a perfect square. And what they did was they put red lines over the angles and then put a square on it, ignoring the top right part that doesn't make it into the shape
I was about
of
to
pyramids.
say that ain't a square.
That's it. No, they full on like draw lines and bastardize it to make it into a square. Which was fun. Someone rewrote the Bible to include aliens, which made me chuckle. I thought that was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The theory was that. Oh, here we go. Here's the drawings. The theory was that the aliens came from another planet, and there was a hole in their ozone layer, and they fixed the hole by putting gold in the atmosphere. So they came to our planet and stole our gold. Was essentially what they went with.
Yeah.
And then they bred one of their slaves with a monkey, and that made us. And then they had like a Marvel Civil War, and they all left, and they just left humans in charge.
Are you aware that you sound like a dementia patient?
Oh, I am, and it's fantastic.
Yeah?
It's so much fun. People are like, I switch really quickly at work between this and answering the phone, so I'll be like, just like, oh yeah, aliens, Atlantis, it's true, there's giants. And then the phone rings, I pick it up within 3 rings, and I'm like, good afternoon, Jake's work. And then I just do my job and I put the phone down back to twitching about this shit.
I love if you picked it up and just said, hello, aliens.
Hello, aliens. They'd be like, what?
Yeah. But this isn't my actual news story. My actual news story is, Harry, do you know what a sovereign citizen is?
Oh, God. Where's this going?
No, I don't.
Kian, do you know what the sovereign citizens are?
I don't know the actual definition, but I do know roughly what they are because I've seen quite a few things where people claimed the whole sovereign citizen thing.
Yeah. So just for those of you who don't know, kind of clue you in, sovereign citizens are people who believe that roughly way back when the founding fathers were people, law was good. Law was the law, and that's what it was. And ever since then, the government has been superseded by people seeking to control you, and they've been illegally changing law.
We might also put in here that this is a very American thing.
Oh, it's made its way to Australia and some of England.
Of course.
just
Australia.
Yeah, Australia and some of England is now witnessing these people. But essentially, these people are of the belief that the government illegally changed the law. And so, nowadays, the law that is there is an illegal law. So they decide to send off a few forms. They essentially send in their driver's license to the local government building, and they opt out of the contract of law, and they just want to adhere to common law, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
So they
don't
don't
like
think
this.
like murder's legal. They're obviously against that. But things like having to be stopped by the police, no.
Or
Don't
needing
do
a
that.
driver's license.
Yeah, none of that. They don't need to pay taxes. None of these
Can
things. They
hunt
just sort of,
wherever they're like. Yeah, it's basically just making shit up as you go along.
they just sort of opt out. Of
Right.
things
That is
they don't actually
literally
idea.
it.
It's really fun to watch them talk to police officers
Oh,
because they'll be
God.
like, the police be like, "What's your name?" And then they go, "I can't tell you my name, otherwise that is opting in to a verbal contract with you, and I refuse to be in a contract with you." And it's really dumb. It's like Karens, but for people who want to think they're slightly cooler.
Yeah.
The fun undertone of this is that they're also heavily anti-Semitic. Apparently, I don't know why
Of course.
they've
Yeah.
just decided
course.
that Jewish people run the world still.
Following on sort of from J.K. one there.
Yep.
I've got 2 bits of alien news, both of which are.
That alien looked like fucking E.T.
I
Before you
think
continue.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Is it the one in
It
Mexico?
looks like E.T. Yeah, the 1,000-year-old alien. I saw that and I was like, that's a fucking prop from E.T. that you just found in the back of a cupboard somewhere. Get
Okay.
out of here.
I don't know why this has been put to me on the old weird section of this undisclosed news site, which I'm not going to say. But Tom DeLonge? I don't know. Tom
You can say that
DeLonge?
again.
The guy, a guy from Blink 182.
All
He's,
right, yeah.
He's responded to this with a rather cryptic response. He has just put, "Oh." That's it. I don't know why this is a news story. It just tickled me. Yeah, so they found these 1,000-year-old looking alien things in Mexico. They found them in 2017, but they're only really being talked about now because I think they're being presented to Congress, which is
Yeah, they were.
fancier now, isn't it? The second one,
A couple of days ago, weren't they?
yeah. The second one I have is a family saw 2 10-foot creatures, they say, in their garden in Las Vegas. Or Las Vegas, if you're not Southern.
Yeah.
And they doubled down on what they saw by having an interview done. And the interviewer asked them to draw the pictures. Okay? Are you ready to see the most vague aliens you have ever seen?
God.
It's just a big head on top of a human body.
That's
Oh
image
my
1.
God.
You're going to have to zoom for that one a little bit. This is image 2.
Fuck's sake, that is literally just the stock image of Alien. You put Alien into fucking stock photos. That's
So-
what fucking comes up.
This second one, this little blob next to him, he says it's a light that was beside him. They don't know what it is. Could have been a little buddy, like the little flying thing in Destiny, which name I've forgotten. It could be just like a little mini alien. We don't know. But
I like that he's
Mighty alien.
found out the thing you do in school where you scribble on a bit of paper and then you can use your finger to smudge it in.
yeah,
He's just found that out and he's like, "Oh shit, look!" I
I
can use
think
that
it's just
colour in
really, really sweaty when he's been drawing this, and he's probably like leant over it when drawing like the fucking blob and everything. But that's it. That's all. I'm not even going to put it in spooky news because you know what? It's not that spooky, and it's just a little bit funny.
Yeah.
NASA are refusing to comment on it.
Oh.
I wonder why.
Of course they fucking are. Of course they are.
Because they know that's true. The truth is out there.
The truth is out there. All the fucking tinfoil hat wearers are coming out the woodwork.
Oh yeah.
Man, I can't stop sneezing.
Bless you.
Kian, what have you got?
Oh,
Wait, hang on. Sorry, before you go,
hey.
I
Yeah.
just spotted the headline. Scooby Doom. Puppy blows up owner's house after chewing through can of deodorant. I'm just quickly...
It was this can of deodorant.
I just skim reading this. They've got a greyhound called Zeus, and this dog was left alone for 10 minutes. And the dog sparked an explosion so powerful it shattered double glazed windows, blew through several floorboards, and set a sofa on fire.
So the dog's dead for sure.
I don't know.
What?
They escaped.
Big-ass dog.
They escaped uninjured. They're all fine. This greyhound, 6 months old, by the way, it chewed through a can of Lynx deodorant, and its contents sprayed out, and were then ignited by the heat from a nearby lamp.
Oh, I thought he bit it and it just exploded in his mouth.
That's what I imagined, and that was
Why? Because
arguably
you're
funny.
sparking teeth.
I don't work here.
Sorry, that's all. It just made me
do.
chuckle.
Oh, I just have to. Possibly for 1 second. I gotta fucking sneeze again. Jesus Christ.
Go on.
Bless you, bit.
Oh, mate, I can't. I've just been sneezing non-stop. I've been panicking to try and hit the mute button quick enough. What was the one? Oh, yeah, because I said in the title, because I remembered it while I was saying it. You guys seen that one of that person that had explosive diarrhea in a plane?
I have not seen this at all.
Mate, there was first the clip of the pilots talking to ground control, telling them they were like, yeah, it's a biohazard. We have to turn this plane around, and so they turned the plane around. Then it was like, I think it was a day after, they showed the clip. This person has just shit themselves, and then it's all down the aisle towards the toilet, and not like a little bit.
There's got to be a picture.
It was an exorbitant amount. Hold on.
I don't get how people do that.
Yeah. Hold on. Because the toilet. Hold on, is this the one? Right, here it is. 1 second.
Send me pictures of the shit.
Hold on. I said I'd do you better one. I sent you the clip.
Okay.
Mate, you can see it. They're like recording down the aisle, and I'm thinking that I'd be so embarrassed after that. Like, how do you face the rest of the crew after that? Like, not the crew, just the people on the plane. You've just ruined their antics. You just shot yourself in the sky.
That is actually nuts.
I can't see it.
It's just a stream.
Where are you
It's
sending
just a
this?
stream.
Where are you sending this?
Oh, he's only just.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it was taking a while.
Okay, I've just muted it. Let's have a look.
You only have to watch
Oh,
like the first bit where it shows you.
Oh my
him.
god.
Yeah. But you can see there's a lot of brown there.
It's.
That's so much brown.
Oh, they were 2 hours into the flight.
Yeah, 2 hours, and now they have to, because 2 hours into the flight, shit himself, and now people have to sit for 2 hours. Imagine being in the aisle right next to that, in that shit.
Mate.
2 hours, bruv.
I would just open the door and fall out at that point if that was me. If I'd done that,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm never going to recover from this.
I'm gonna find something blunt and just factory reset my brain.
Off yourself in the toilet. I would just not come out of the toilet. Which leads me on to my second one, because it was the same. I think I said this to Jake earlier in the week, and it's been doing its rounds on the news. It was an EasyJet flight.
I know what you're about.
I said, Harry, so Harry can see what it is. Oh fuck!
Have you
Did
got
I
the
download
upgrade?
it? Here it is. Here you go,
Okay.
Harry. You can indulge in this. Then we can.
Thank you so
Then
much.
we can talk about it. Hold on, it's coming.
'Cause
This
I
is just another one of pure embarrassment.
It screams Harry to me.
Fuck it. What are you on about?
Oh, what the fuck?
First time I watched it, I thought it was two blokes.
What I love is the guy who opens the door there. Okay, Kian, explain.
It's just an EasyJet flight, right? Everyone's like cheering towards the bathroom, and then just like open the door like it's single man, reveal yourself, and it's just some people trying to join this Mahai club in fucking EasyJet toilet.
I had the audio turned off because I was recording. Hang on. Let me.
What?
You
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
say
cut this
single
bit
man
out.
feel yourself.
It's everyone cheering.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would just, at that point, I'd be trying to flush myself down the toilet.
Mate, he didn't even get out of her to close the door.
Yeah,
He's
he's
down to
still
the
in
hill.
there. I mean, there are some hills to die on, but
That's
I
not
don't
it.
know. I don't know. Have a little bit
Humiliating.
of class. Not an EasyJet flight. Would you pay 25 quid for that?
I don't know how you.
They pay you to go on
How
an
do you
EasyJet.
sneakily get into that? Like, in my mind, right?
There is no sneaky. That is a very easily spotted toilet.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
it's
I
not
mean.
like one at least where it's sideways on, so only like a few seats can see you from the side. That's looking down the corridor. Every single person can see your cheeks.
And EasyJet don't really fly that far.
Imagine
So-
if it was just like a flight to Amsterdam.
You're on, you know, like maybe a 2 a.m. flight. You're going from London Heathrow to fucking Australia. There's a chance in that time period where you can rag your missus for 5 minutes in the toilet.
You know what?
Not
I'm going to disagree with you on that. Because when I went to Greece, right, we chose these early morning flights. I know Greece isn't as far as Australia. However, people just bring their fucking kids on these like 2 a.m. flights. And to be
Yeah.
fair, when I was a kid and we went abroad, my parents would book the super early morning ones because they were obviously cheaper. So I don't think you should. I just don't think you should be doing it.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that with
there was a
enough people
time.
that are tired, yeah. If there was a time to do it, and we're talking, it's not a private jet. You're not flying first class somewhere. You know, if you're gonna do it on a generic flight, make it a long haul and make sure the lights are off in the cabin and the majority of people are asleep. Then, you know, do it then.
that
Get
one
some
there
class.
seemed like the worst circumstances. Awkwardly shaped toilet. The fact that the cabin crew knew what was going on and then told everyone else, so everyone else was looking at it as well. It wasn't no sneaky cabin crew just having a little peek in there. He opened that motherfucker up. He was like, got you in 4K. Here's your naked butt to everyone else.
I couldn't.
The thing is, I wouldn't do what that guy did because the cringe of it would be too much for me to like inflict
Exactly.
on anyone. Like, and
I
you're stuck
open
on
the
a flight.
door?
You're
Mate,
stuck
I'd
on
open
X
that
amount
door
of
and
time.
have it.
I would open that door. If I was the cabin crew and I suspect someone is doing that, I'm making an announcement. I'm
Actually,
making an
not.
announcement. I'm doing it every single time. I'll be like, behind door number 1, please. And then just, butt cheek.
I just knock and be like, guys, come on. You're on an EasyJet flight. Stop it.
Have some self-respect.
Or maybe like slip a note under the door. I don't know. It's just
I
like,
feel like they're not going to see it. Because first of all,
Well, no,
right,
I'll like-
those toilets are
I'll-
tight.
mate, what I'll do, I'll write it on an A4 bit of paper, like big letters, and then I'll slide it under. And in case they haven't seen it, I could make like dog barking noises at the bottom of the door. Because who expects a
No,
dog on a
because then
plane?
you'd be even more confused. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why is there a dog barking?
What's this dog slipped a letter in front of the door? Oh, what does the letter say? It says, "Stop it! You're on a plane." Oh, okay. I must stop it.
It's just the word printed bark.
So what if you're like the row closest to the toilet and all you see is Harry dressed as an air hostess? Just on his hands and knees barking at these poor 2 people who are fucking in
I
the
feel like that's weird. That's weirder than the people fucking. I'll be like, is this his fetish? This is fetish. He likes barking at people fucking.
Well, or I could pretend to be a bear. They had a bear break out on that plane a few weeks ago. I
Yeah, but that was in the
go,
cargo hold.
Yeah, but it tried to get in. What if it had gone in, killed everyone, and then you were the last left because you were trying to get in the Mile High Club in some toilet,
think
and the
there's
bear
a-
can't get you?
I don't think there's a way up from the cabin part into the hold.
There is. There's that picture. Do you not remember?
He was coming out the side. He wasn't coming into the from the hold into the top. He was clearly coming out the side. See, he was coming out the hole from where you load the people in. Not load the people, load the cargo in.
Hang on.
He wasn't coming out through the top.
He's not coming through the top of the plane.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't going from the hold into the cabin. He was coming from the hold out. What reason would you have for a route from the cabin to the hold?
in
Because
case you
first
left
of
the
all,
charger in there.
the cabin is pressurized. I don't think the hold is.
What do you mean the hold isn't?
I don't think the hold's pressurized.
Do the bears explode?
On a plane?
No, that's a silly question. Ignore me.
Does it not need to be? Because they need to breathe.
Is the hold on a
Because you can put dogs in the hold. So does it not need to be pressurized for the dogs?
Oh, it is. It is pressurized.
Because if you could put a monkey down there with all your lighters in your bag.
Yeah, but I thought there was just like a special place for it. Let's get ready to spin that wheel.
How would you capture Bigfoot?
Okay, now I thought about this for about 10 minutes before we started recording, because I'd forgotten about it. But hear me out on this one. Bigfoot. He's tall.
Yeah.
Lots of hair. Doesn't really look after himself. Stinks. Pretty much lives in the forest. Dirty boy. No manners. What does that all that have in common? It has in common with a redneck person living in Florida. And what the redneck people like? Bud Light.
Oh.
I was going to say this, so you'll come with different answers.
Wait. So in this scenario, is it like, we know Bigfoot's real. He's in this somewhere in the woods, and it involves having to track him down and catch him, or is it just like, we're on a safari, we're gonna have to catch him? Because if we have to catch him, that's a very simple answer.
It's just catching.
We've been doing it for a long time, and it's called harpoons. Because I feel like if they work for whales, they'll work for Bigfoot.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I can see where you're coming from.
I want old school harpoons, not even like fired ones. Just like a whole lot of rednecks in the back of a pickup truck, just throwing harpoons like we're whaling.
Fuck's sake.
Or if we have to catch and release.
You don't have to release.
Dolphins.
You can keep them like a carpet.
How do you catch dolphins?
Bud Light.
With both hands. You just a really big net. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's it. We're coming with a comically large net like they have on fucking Scooby-Doo when they catch the final villain.
Well, if you had a net made of metal, you could put it over the forest and then burn the forest to the ground. And whatever's left standing is most likely Bigfoot.
You know what?
What do you mean most likely standing? Surely he'd be cooking as well.
Nah, he's fireproof.
I suppose you got him. Technically, didn't
What do you mean he's fireproof?
I don't know.
Hang
Don't
on.
come and stick random variables into this. He ain't fireproof. He's got fur. Fur burns. I ain't fireproof.
Unless it's wet and moist, and then it wouldn't. It would just dry.
Chan hell agrees. Well, if it's wet and moist,
Yeah.
the fucking forest ain't burning. Then is it?
Well, no, he's wet and moist. The forest is dry.
Yeah, Bigfoot
Okay.
ain't fireproof. Just googled it.
Oh, okay. So, Harry, you're
I did not need to be googled.
The trail.
I just wanted to check.
Until he finds it. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the man, the myth, the legend, he likes meat, I'm presuming. So just cook him up a whole bunch of steaks, pop down Miller car, go, what do you have left over? And I'll go, we've got all these, which no one's come to because we charge extortionate prices. And you'll say, thank you very much. And then you take those, you just put them on a plate. It can be any plate, doesn't have to be specific. It could be like a little cards one with Lightning and Queen on it. You just put a steak on it, put a Bud Light next to it, crack it. He hears the old, and he goes, "Oh, is it? Is the little Bigfoot ears prick up?" And he goes, "Oh, Bud Light." And he goes over. He goes, "Oh, it could be a trap." But then he sees a steak, and he's like, "Oh, steak, Bud Light, Lightning McQueen. What?
It's never a
what,
trap.
What luck Bigfoot has found himself in?" And he goes, "Oh, amazing." And then a couple meters down, you do another, and he goes, "Oh, fuck me, another Bud Light. These rednecks are really littering the planet today." And then you just lead him. Or you just put one and shoot him. You could just harpoon him, to be fair. Once he's got the Bud Light.
Cocaine.
I don't want cocaine Bigfoot. I don't.
Make it the absolute apex predator.
I mean, that is a movie I would watch the shit out of.
Okay, Bigfoot. There you go. We got $1 million idea. We
Cocaine
just need to start
Bigfoot.
pitching it to people.
Nick Cage
Okay,
needs to play Bigfoot.
He plays Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Because, oh yeah, then just, Nick Cage Bigfoot is where we go.
Oh yeah, I'm Bigfoot.
Wait, who'd be hunting Bigfoot
What, in this movie?
in the movie? Yeah.
Willem Dafoe.
Nah, he's old as fuck. If we're gonna go for old, we might as well then put in
Put in fucking Patrick Stewart.
no, not Patrick Stewart.
Yes, Patrick Stewart and
Oh,
Michael Caine.
fuck! What's his name? Played Dirty Harry.
Ian
Oh,
McKellen.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. There you go. Ian McKellen. What the fuck? No, Clint Eastwood, because he's hella old now.
Why don't we just have a team of old people, like really pensioner expendables, hunting Nick Cage Bigfoot?
Yeah, but Pensioner Expendables is just Red.
That's true, but Red's a good film.
Red is a good film, so we know that premise works.
And we can't have Bruce Willis in anymore because he's going loopy.
Exactly.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's stopped.
He's got.
Oh, he's got dementia.
Me and Harry went for similar ways of catching Bigfoot, right? But I've gone more modern with it. I too, when he's a loner in the woods, hairy, smelly, probably doesn't get laid, right? And I thought, all I need to do is leave a bunch of vaguely smartphones out in the forest. I'll just litter the forest with these smartphones that are always constantly unlocked, plugged into solar chargers, just playing TikTok, and it's just thoughts and Manscaped. Thoughts and Manscaped. And we'll find, we'll get to use the algorithm to find what he likes, because he'll obviously figure out to double tap the goth girls that he likes, whatever he likes. And then one day, after like a month, I'll just empty the forest of these phones. And obviously he'll go into a psychotic rage, and I'll just play his most liked video, at the edge of the forest. And he'll come running out with a huge hard-on, which would be scary to see. But I think you'd get him from point A to point B so quick that he'd fall into any hole that I dug, and it'd be A-okay.
Did you know?
I'm gonna thirst trap him, literally.
Did you know? Apparently, this is part of the law, right? Female Bigfoots have to run with their boobs over their shoulders because they're so saggy that they trip over them if they left them. So as a defense mechanism, as a defense mechanism, they throw them over their shoulders and then run at you.
Ah.
I heard
Why would they
this.
throw it as a defense mechanism? Surely they'd be swinging about like nunchucks.
I don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I've heard.
I will shoot the messenger.
Long titty, no
Foot.
nipple, have an ass.
That's a bitch. Don't know what 1 + 1 is 2 equals, bitch.
So let's do a quick recap. Kian, you are
Hold on, I just thought of another one.
okay. Go on.
We'll use psychological warfare. What thing, most recently, is the most brain-numbingly and crazy-inducing that would probably put you in a padded room?
That CD that Jake bought.
Worse.
Worse than Overwatch and the CD that I bought? What's worse?
Worse.
So yummy.
The ice cream's
Thank
so
you.
good.
Ice cream, so
Yum,
good.
yum, yum, yum. Bubble. Pop, 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 pop. You just constantly be blaring that into the forest 24/7.
Oh yeah.
Just non-stop
That-
NPC
Like
streams.
Vietnam.
And it would go absolutely crazy. And then it would eventually just come out and be like, please stop. Oh wait, Bigfoot can't talk.
We don't know
You're gonna Vietnam Bigfoot until he leaves the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have what's that woman called? The woman they played Into the Forests.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
It was like something Vicky. I can't
Actually, in
remember.
Vietnam.
Yeah, they just played this woman's this Vietnamese woman into the voice, just into the forest. It was like, "Hello, GI, why don't you want to go home to your family?"
Radio personality Trin Thi. I don't know how to say that. Ngo, also known as Hanoi Hannah.
That's it, Hanoi Hannah. Yeah, they just constantly they just blasted her voice, just like saying stuff to them, making them go crazy. It's like, why don't you go home? Stop fighting. You might die.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
Yeah, I was crazy one. We just do that. We just do that to Bigfoot, and then he'll be like, "Shit, I gotta get out of this fucking place."
So they played it at the American troops
Yeah, at the GIs.
to try to get them to leave.
Yeah, psychological warfare. I don't know
Shit.
how effective it was,
That's still crazy though.
but they just played this voice into fucking the forest, which would be hella creepy if you're just cutting about in the forest and all of a sudden you hear just
Swinging from the trees.
GI, why don't you go home, GI? You'd be like, oh, the fuck is speaking? The first person to have heard that must have been shitting themselves.
That is
Mate.
horrible. So, Kian, you're pulling a arm on Bigfoot. Jake?
I'm gonna thirst trap Bigfoot.
Amazing.
He gets withdrawal symptoms and chases me out of the forest with a throbbing boner.
And I'm offering him Bud Light, steak, and Lightning McQueen.
Probably sat here thinking to yourself, what the fuck are these guys talking about? They're talking about a whole load of bollocks. But that's okay, because this is the Yeah Whatever podcast, where we're bringing the absolute best bollocks. And today, we brought all the bollocks with us. You might be thinking to yourself, kid, how many times can you say bollocks in this one sentence alone? I say to that, bollocks. We've been from all corners talking about people shitting on planes, to the fact that sovereign citizens are now becoming much more widespread. They are as crazy as they sound, and we hope that our little input on that would be helping you further in the future. And of course, our biggest question today, down to Bigfoot. Harry's going to be using cars for some strange reason. Jake's going to try and third strap it. Sure. And of course, we're going to have to try and use psychological warfare. I've been Kian.
So you're not going to say our names then? That was a fucking lie.
Nah, I ain't going to say your names. Anyway, that's been the Yeah Whatever podcast. Just
and
me, myself. No, just me, myself, because they didn't want to say their name. I'm carrying this shit.
Kian 2.
Kian 3.
Fuck off. Kian 1, 2, and 3. There you go. K1, K2.
Yeah, what of it?
Kian, do you want to do a little outro? Oh, if we're saying names, do you want to go second or third, Jake?
I'll go third, Jake.
Okay.
Fuck you, I'm saying your names.
Okay.
Say my name, say my name.
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo. What the fuck?
He's been Jason.
He's been fucking dick again.
He's been Derulo'd.
Oh, mate. Hold on.
The good, the bad, the Rulo.